Hey y'all, welcome back to Prepping the Truth. Welcome to this morning's video. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. A little bit chilly here still. We're going through this kind of cold front that hasn't passed through yet. I don't know if it's going to warm back up or not, or if it's just going to stay cold. So, cold winter so far already here compared to what we're used to. In this, we're going to talk about, are you ready for everything that you're spending your money on to be monitored? Well, I think they're getting ready to roll out that plan for us so that they can keep a real good eye on you. Yeah, they're watching you. Yeah. So if you're new to this channel, please click that subscribe button down below. Be sure to tap the notification bell beside it so that you are notified when I upload new videos. And as always, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it so that everyone can see what is going on and what is happening. The more people we wake up, the less chaos there is going to be when all of this goes down. So, this article was published just a few days ago, and it's, are you ready for Big G to monitor what you're going to buy and sell on a daily basis? Because that is what could happen if you start using the new digital dollar that they are now testing. So, they are rolling out a digital dollar, and some of the biggest banks and corporations are involved in this test to see how things will go. So, of course, using the new digital dollar would be voluntary at first. But what if it eventually becomes mandatory? You know, that's always a possibility. A lot of times they let us try something out, see how that goes, see how well it's accepted, and then it's mandatory for you to do. And if you go up against it, you're going to catch a lot of backlash on account of it. So the use of physical currency continues to decline year after year. And some governments in Europe have already taken radical measures to phase out the use of cash, which is something we are seeing going on regular. Credit cards, debit cards, a lot of the self-checkouts in our Walmarts most of the time are card only and you can't use cash. And then they'll have one little old register open where you can actually pay with cash. So it's kind of a way to force you into using your card because there'll be 10 self-checkouts to use a card at, and only one that you can use cash, and you don't want to stand in this massive, ginormous line. So you give in and you use a card most of the time. That is their strategy on that, getting people more used to just pull the card out and go. A lot of people, a lot of Americans right now, do not have much cash in their wallets or in their billfolds. They mainly have cards and their cash is in the bank. So that is something they have been working on for a long time. They've got many among the elite consider the digital currencies to be the key to a whole new era of strict governmental control over the way that we live our lives, and there would be so much more potential for abuse. So, seeing everything that you spend is like your bank account. You can go through your bank account and look every time you use your debit card and see where your money's going. They can do the same thing if they're in control of a digital dollar. They can see everywhere that you're spending your money and how you are buying and selling. Sounds a whole lot like a biblical stuff that we've already read about before. You know, you can't buy or sell without it. So it's just stuff that's coming down the line that's kind of phasing in. Little by little, they call it testing first. You know, checking things out, see how it's going. But one day, this could very possibly be something that's mandatory. They could phase out cash all the way, just so that they can track to see what you're purchasing and what you're not. That would be an easy way to do, to see where your money's going, what you're spending it on, such as your preps. You know, they would know you as a prepper by the way you was spending your money if they could see it every way that you do it. Because right now, a lot of people that is prepping, they pay with cash so that there is no trail to be watched to see where they are spending their money. With this right here, they would get to see every penny that you're spending on it. On Tuesday, an extremely ambitious 12-week test of the digital dollar was publicly announced. And as you can see, more of the biggest companies in the financial world are participating. Global banking giants are starting the 12-week digital pilot with the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. And the participants announced Tuesday were Citigroup, HSBC Holdings, MasterCard, Wells Fargo. Those are all some among all of these financial companies that are participating in the experiment alongside the New York Fed's Innovative Center. The project, which is called the Regulated Liability Network, will be conducted in a test environment and use simulated data, the New York Fed said. So it's all a big plan to test everything out to see how it goes before they open it up into the real world and get things really going, which would be voluntarily, you know, tell you all the benefits and the reason it would be good for you to have, get more and more people on board with it, you know, less places to take cash, more places to take this, you know, make it more inconvenient for you to use your cash so that more and more people would swap over to it. Until then, it could very possibly be mandatory. And I don't know about you, but I figure you think a lot like I do, especially being preppers. I like having my cash. I like spending my cash. I'm not into all the cards and stuff like that. Yes, we do have them because there's things that you have to have them for, online systems and all that. Definitely you can't use cash, but for most everything, cash is still king and will be as long as the economy is still going, until they try to change all of this over and make it mandatory where you can't use it. When asked about his firm's participation in the project, Citigroup executives sounded very enthusiastic. So they're very interested in this and getting it, and they're just saying it's necessary to support new business models and provide a foundation to much needed innovations in financial settlements and infrastructure. So there's always a reason that they're giving us on why it's beneficial, and it's a good idea to have. So if you haven't already read this and seen this, I'm going to leave this article down below where you can read all of it and all about it, all the information about the stuff that's going on with it, if you want to go more in depth on the info and stuff. But we all knew that there was a possibility that they would try to do away with the cash and away with the dollar system and go into something a little bit more trackable. So that's not nothing new, nothing that we didn't already see coming long ago. Been preparing for that also. So news article is down below. You can check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe. God bless you, and keep prepping.